This just in. If the internet were a dinner party, it would now be the kind where half the guests are real, 3 are wearing very convincing masks, and 1 might actually be a hologram. You're fairly sure the conversation is interesting, but you're no longer certain who is speaking. That uneasy feeling is not just yours. According to a recent report covered by Evangelical Focus, nearly 7 in 10 Europeans say they are highly worried about disinformation and fake content created by artificial intelligence. This was not a small online poll of people who argue in comment sections for sport. The autumn 2025 Eurobarometer surveyed more than 26,000 people across all 27 European Union countries. 69% said they are very concerned about misleading or false information. 68% are highly concerned about AI-generated fake content, such as deepfake videos that can look disturbingly real. That level of concern is not background noise. It is a shift in how people feel about what they see online. The internet now runs through daily life like electricity through a house. People use it to manage money, shop, learn, connect with friends, and follow content that resonates with them. When that system starts to feel unreliable, the reaction is not subtle. And fake AI content is now a top concern. Artificial intelligence tools can create images, audio, and video that look almost identical to real life. These are often called deepfakes. A deepfake is simply a piece of media that has been digitally altered so convincingly that it appears authentic even when it is not. In countries like the Netherlands and Finland, 73% of people say they are highly worried about fake AI content. In Cyprus, that number jumps to 84%. Malta and Luxembourg are close behind at 79%. Germany, Belgium, Denmark, and Sweden also report high concern. When citizens struggle to tell the difference between real footage and fabricated content, trust erodes quietly but quickly. And once trust is gone, rebuilding it is far more difficult than generating the next clever marketing campaign. And once trust is gone, rebuilding it is far more difficult than generating the next clever marketing campaign. Disinformation is not a buzzword. It's not simply someone being wrong online. It is false information designed or shared in a way that misleads. Spain reports the highest concern at 85%, followed by Cyprus at 82% and Italy at 80%. In those countries, most people fear being manipulated by information that appears true but is not. As a small business owner, this matters more than it might first appear. If people are increasingly suspicious of what they see online, they are not only questioning political content, they are questioning ads, testimonials, reviews, and claims from businesses. In other words, your marketing now enters a room where everyone is slightly on guard. And that brings us to privacy, hate speech, and freedom of expression. Because the survey also shows 68% of Europeans are highly concerned about the protection of their personal data. That simply means they are worried about how companies collect, store, and use their information online. Southern and Eastern European countries report higher levels of concern about data protection, with citizens in Bulgaria, Estonia, Hungary, Poland, and Greece particularly worried about how their private data is used. Hate speech and social polarization are also major concerns, especially in France and Croatia. Meanwhile, people in Spain, Italy, and Portugal show high fear about threats to freedom of expression. Taken together, this paints a picture of a public that feels digitally exposed. When users feel exposed, they become cautious. And when they are cautious, they slow down buying decisions. So here's what this means for service-based businesses. If you run a coaching practice, consultancy, agency, or local service business, you may not think fake AI videos in Europe affect you. They do, because the underlying issue is trust. When nearly 7 out of 10 people worry about being misled online, your marketing must work harder to signal honesty and clarity. Here's how you do that. Number 1, be extremely clear about what you do. Confusion now looks suspicious. If your website is full of vague claims about being innovative, cutting edge, or transformative, visitors will not feel inspired. They will feel uncertain. As a StoryBrain certified guide and duct tape marketing consultant, I tell clients this all the time. Clarity reduces anxiety. A simple sentence that explains who you help, what problem you solve, and what result they can expect is not just good branding. It is risk reduction. Number 2, show proof that is hard to fake. Written testimonials are easy to fabricate. Video testimonials are stronger, especially when they feel natural rather than scripted. Case studies with specific numbers and real-world details also build credibility. Then explain the context, describe the challenge, and share the measurable outcome. When people see concrete detail, their brains relax. Number 3, be transparent about data use. If privacy is a top concern, tell people clearly what happens to their information. Use plain English. If someone downloads a guide, state whether they will receive weekly emails or only a single follow-up. When you do not hide the fine print, you build confidence. Number 4, avoid overusing AI in visible ways. AI can help you brainstorm, summarize, or outline ideas. It should not replace your voice entirely. If every post sounds generic and polished to perfection, readers may sense something is off. Authenticity does not mean messy. It means human. Let your perspective show. Share specific experiences. Speak in a way that reflects how you actually think. Here's the bigger marketing lesson. The Eurobarometer data shows more pessimism in Southern Europe and less in Northern Europe. But the overall trend is clear. Digital environments feel less stable than they once did. For small business owners, this is not a reason to panic, but it is a reason to simplify. Clear messaging, honest promises, real proof, transparent processes. In a world where fake content spreads quickly and trust feels fragile, the businesses that win will not be the loudest. They will be the clearest. If you want help sharpening your message so that people understand you instantly and feel safe buying from you, then start small. Download my 5-minute marketing fix. It will help you craft one clear sentence that explains what you do and why it matters, which is often the first step toward rebuilding trust in a noisy digital world. You can download it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? Do you think customers trust online content less than they did 5 years ago? I'll go first. I see far more hesitation before people commit, especially with higher ticket services where trust carries the most weight. Okay, your turn. Do you notice the same shift? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful news updates for small businesses every day.